everyone, my name is Bradley Stewart. You may recognize me from Screamin' Pirate EDC. Today we're here at River's Edge Cutlery. Now we're starting a new series, and this series is going to be Beneath the Knife. And so we're here with a couple of special guests, and today I have LT Wright.
Hey man.
Very nice to see you.
You too.
Show been going good so far?
Yeah, it has.
Good,
Getting to meet a lot of people, and it's really cool when you get to come somewhere and talk to people that like your product. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I like when someone comes up and says, man, I have a couple of your knives, it's great to see and talk to you. And
Absolutely.
ask a couple questions, this, that about the knife. Yeah, it's always good. Always good.
Speaking of the knives, you have a lot of designs, you have you have a wide range. Can you kind of just walk us through where you've just started to where you're at now with the designs?
From starting from the early days, or
Sure.
okay. I started out as a hunting knife style designer, I guess, maker. So that was my passion for hunting knives. I like that.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine approached me one time and he was like, did you ever think about making a bushcraft knife? And I went, bushcraft, what's that? I literally I didn't understand it by that name. So I started getting that direction, I guess, on the knives a little bit.
Nice.
And over the years, our knives have progressed into what we are now known as a bushcraft knife company for first and foremost, which is fine by me because it's a lot of fun bushcrafting, camp crafting, whatever, just camping, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely.
So that's a real good time. And that's kind of how that we got into the bushcraft. Now, as far as the style of knives, for our Genesis knife, which is our flagship knife, that knife was designed off of my love of a knife I had as a child that my dad gave me, which was an old Herder's catalog. For all the old guys out there, the Herder's catalog in the 70s. You could get this knife, I bet, for $5 or $10. I mean, it was nothing special. It was very old hickory butcher knife looking, and it had a spear point and like a broomstick style handle. Nothing fancy, but for a kid playing in the woods, throwing it at trees and cutting sticks and making spears, that was a great knife. Oh yeah. So when I got a chance to design one, I was like, man, I want to take those benefits. It very much fits the Kephart pattern, bushcraft style knife that people liked. So we put the ideas together on paper and drew it out, made a knife and called it the Genesis, being the first knife LTWK, and I was very excited about that. Nice. And that knife has been doing fantastic for us. Good. So as far as designs, that kind of where that fell from a childhood thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of designs, obviously you like a knife to be comfortable in hand. You like to, know that when you pick it up, it's going to have a nice solid feel. But how do you draw that line between your functionality and just how comfortable it is whenever you are using that knife?
You know what? I think that has to go into the shop. So let's say we put a prototype together.
Right.
I'll handle it, and I'll handle it in all different directions. Chest lever pulls, grip, forward grip, reverse grip. Blade in, blade out, and just feel the handle around, and kind of go, I like it. It's a little thick. It's a little thin. It's a little long. Whatever that is, and then we'll hand it around to a few guys in the shop, and we kind of go, yeah, this is this, or yes, because you immediately know. You can grab a knife and go, yeah, this is my knife. It fell into my hand right. That's probably the biggest way. Now, as makers, the guys, me and the guys in the shop, each knife is handmade, so they're all going to be slightly different. Yeah. But as you said, we do the same thing. I will grind something and then I'll go like this, twist it around, handle, put it in my right hand, put it in my left hand. Not a little bit thick for my, pull a little bit off here and there, and find that, I guess, micro tuning of it by hand, which is a lot of fun because I'll look over at the other guys and you kind of see them doing the same thing. They'll grab and go, huh. So that's where they get.
And that's always the key to me is if I can take a knife out, whether it's out of the sheath or open it up, do I immediately index to it and never have to look at that knife and it feels comfortable immediately? I go, I like that knife.
That's what I mean. And immediately it's like, this is for me. It works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't matter what color it is. It just works.
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer it to be green, but
I like toxic green myself. So.
There you go. So have you ever collaborated on a knife design with another maker?
Another maker? Man, I don't want to say yes and no because I've done a few things. A lot of times we collaborate with other people, maybe not necessarily a maker.
Right.
For example, the Craig Caudill, the Chamonix design. He came up to the shop, and Craig's a friend of ours, and he had a couple of knives laying there. He said, "LT, can we kind of go like this handle and this blade and do this?" And I went, "Sure." And I sat down right there with him by my side, and we drew out this knife on a piece of paper, and I said,
Nice.
you know, turned it around, said kind of like this, and he said, "That's it." So collaborations like that,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nice.
We've worked with other people. We're working with Les Stroud on a field knife, so it's kind of the same thing.
Nice.
He's like, "LT, this is kind of what I want, but I'm not an artist," you know, or
Yeah,
I get that sometimes from people. And then we drew up kind of what they want. So yes, we do collaborate. I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of those really nice things. Matter of fact, we did collaborate. Now, see, I had to get the triggers going here. Jeff Randall, Mike Perrin, and I, from the guys from SE Knives, we sat down and designed a knife once, and we did a short run of them, and they also.
Nice. Very nice.
It was a fun project.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Love those guys.
Yeah,
man.
they're great. So I'm going to do some rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire
questions. So first one,
Green.
what object do you lose the most?
Earbuds.
Yep. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
How about drink?
Okay.
I was in Okinawa, and they had apparently snake venom in a shot of whiskey or something like that.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah. And I don't remember how that worked. Or it was all fake, but they made me believe it. So that would
There you
still,
go.
it's stuck in my head, so I'm
There
going to
you
go run with
There you
that.
go. All right, oceans or mountains?
Oh, mountains.
All day, every day, I agree with that. What's your favorite part of Ohio?
Where I live, over in
you go.
Steubenville, Wintersville.
There you go.
Dean Martin's hometown, come on.
And what knife do you have on you today?
Just the one.
Okay.
I have a couple of them.
Hey,
For sure.
I'm always down to see them.
Okay, this is a workhorse version. We have we don't have those in production right now, but that's mine. We did a Magna Cut run with that.
That's nice.
And
That's nice. It feels real good.
it is. It's a great kind of full flat grind.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I
And
really
then
like that.
one of our Woods Monkey friction folders.
These are so fun.
That one's a Kydex version. It's silly light, isn't it? It's just
that weighs nothing.
yeah.
But yeah, guys, these are
And
cool.
This is just a beautiful. It's just a friction fit. I like slip joints.
Right.
Okay? I was a Queen Cutlery slip joint D2 trapper guy. I loved that
fair.
pattern. And then I started carrying this, and this is my pocket knife. Period. At all. And I know
Hey.
I'm a little biased. We make it, but man, it does
Hey.
everything for me.
If it does everything you need,
Yeah.
there you go.
So that's kind of what I work with.
I love it. Good to see him.
Thank
Nice
you very
meeting
much, man. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, I'm happy you're enjoying the meetup, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see more of you.
Thank you.
All right.